Hello. Why, yes, we are still in business.
Hello? Hello? Yes. I'll get everything all packed up and ready to go. Yes, I'll bring some extra bloomers.
Yellow. Yeah, I'm in, huh? Yep. Okay, yeah, I still got my hat. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'll be right there. All right, yeah.
Hello? Yes, he's out back. Hold on just a minute.
Dear? It's just me. You have an important phone call.
What is it you seek, my son?
The Ghoul Getter phone, it's been cold for a while. We ain't been getting much business. So me and Daddy, we just decided we'd open a pet shop back up. I mean, if we didn't sell any animals, at least we'd have something to eat.
Got on down there at the Goodwill, and first thing they done was put me to sorting them bras and bloomers and books, stuff like that. But they was thousands of books, and you know, found a book that I kind of got interested in there, and next thing you know, I've got into this palm reading. And I ain't got time, you know, now with this extra job, so I just turned all the weapons and stuff over to Russ.
It was really awesome finally to get that phone call. Since I was recently promoted to the weapons expert on the team, I just couldn't wait to get out there and get on the trail of something else, because things have been kind of slow lately.
When Brian called, he said, you know, we've got to get on this pronto. So we gathered the team together and headed down to our client.
Tony,
Yeah, glad to see you.
Kathy,
Glad to see you.
this is the team. I've got everybody
Team.
together today.
Glad to
Good
meet you.
to
Good to meet you.
There's been some strange things going on around here. Something's been terrorizing our cats. My lawnmowers won't start. There's just something's wrong. I don't know what.
What other kind of evidence have you got? Have you seen anything else happening? Do you have any kind of like surveillance cameras, any footage you might have captured something on?
No, I'm afraid not.
You know, we got down there and started our initial interview with Tony and Kathy just to kind of see what they was dealing with, and you know, I really didn't know where to go.
They're hearing those strange sounds. Something's wrong.
You know, what kind of sound would you know, is it just a...
Something sinister is going on.
Really?
We just really don't know.
Wait a minute. I think we're going to have to come at this from a different angle here. I was just feeling a whole different vibe about the thing. You know, I got to thinking about, you know, what kind of weapon would a man use, and I thought, you know, no, right now's the time. I need to break this palm reading out. And I mean, I just felt that that's what I needed to do at that time. Tony, step down here if you don't hear me. I'm kind of getting out of this weapon stuff. I've been doing this new thing about the palm reading stuff now. Let me see. Did you have a bicycle wreck one time and get your hand caught in the chain or anything like that?
No, I never did learn to ride a bicycle.
Well, that was close. That was close. You almost had
That's
that
good
one.
guess.
Well,
While you're diagnosing things here and reading palms, what about the spot on my other hand? This came up just the last couple of days since all these strange occurrences have started happening. I'm not sure what that is.
well, I ain't either, to be honest with you, sir. I ain't no expert in nothing, just palm reading, but looks like mustard to me. But it's pretty obvious to me is mustard drippings. You ain't been eating hot dogs, have you?
No, that's not mustard. No, that's a spring wort. Now, a spring wort is very highly concentrated fungi. And the way you catch that, if you milk a cross-eyed cow underneath a dogwood tree in the fall of the year, that's how you get them.
The spring wart.
Yeah, spring wart.
Right that
What do I need to do for that?
Oh, he'll take your skin and maybe turn it to some type of yellow or maybe a brownish color. I'm just 100% sure that that's a spring wart. If you lick that, and I know this for real, if you lick that, it'll cure eczema, seborrheic, psoriasis, cirrhosis of the liver, bronchitis, neuritis, arthritis, and lumbago, and some common cases of diarrhea. And I'll just have to taste it. That's just all there to it.
Now,
Jackie, you
wait a
done,
minute.
yeah. You done been down
Remember
this
that
road.
sap galley now has a mess now.
Exactly.
I remember the sap began, but I'm the pioneer. I'm the experienced woodsman. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I guess
I
you're
know
right.
what I'm doing. I'm a woodsman. I know what I know, and what I see, I know.
All right, Jack, tell us what it was. Was it spring wart or what?
No, it's mustard.
Oh, well, I mean,
Now, we didn't know this till Kathy told us, but Tony's a connoisseur of mustard. Well, she said he puts mustard on everything, and if he ain't got nothing to put it on, shoot, he sticks a straw down in it and drinks it like a milkshake. Now, you give him a bottle of mustard with a straw in it, and he'll drink it down to the last drop. The very last drop.
get back on track here. Back to this palm reading here. Let me see. I can see you're all animal lovers, ain't you?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
He's hot.
Big time.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Here recently, you've lost a beloved pet, ain't you?
Oh, honey, he's good.
Yes, sir.
Now, Kathy, I think Jonesy's onto something now. You're going to have to tell us more about this extreme loss that you all have encountered.
Well, we had a pet platypus. His name was Mr. Quackles, and we lost him a couple of weeks ago. So sad. Broke our hearts.
I know this is an awful tough subject for you and stuff, but we're really going to need everything, all the background from the beginning, if we're really going to get this thing down on paper so we know what we're dealing with.
The story of Mr. Quackles is quite deep. We wanted to get something a little more exciting, so we decided to go with a platypus. And we did extensive study,
We did a lot of Googling, stayed
Yeah.
online a lot before we finally decided on the platypus. And we didn't want a duckling, we wanted to raise it from an embryo.
Tony didn't want to use an incubator. He wanted to hatch him out naturally. So he sat right over there for 3 weeks with him under his armpit. And then one day,
Kathy, it's time! It's time! Things really changed after that egg finally hatched. We got a new member to the family.
now duck-bill platypi make really good indoor pets. They're really easy to house train.
We started out with platy pads for him to tinkle on, and then I built him a platy potty to do his business in. He loved being inside as much as we loved having him inside.
Initially, we would never have fathomed putting Mr. Quackles outside. But when he started nibbling on Tony's moccasins, we knew his days inside were numbered. Now, Tony's really particular about his moccasins. Not many people know this, but sometimes he even has nightmares about someone tampering with his favorite pair, and he has to keep them put up safe.
They're safe. It had come down to either my moccasins or Mr. Quackles. We hated to do it, but we decided he needed to become an outside pet. And I guess that was the beginning of the end for our beloved duck-billed platypus.
Oh, I can't stand it.
honey. Well, you wanted to hear the story. I guess I'll tell you the story. I remember it well. It was a warm summer's afternoon a few months back when I was mowing down by the pond. That's where Mr. Quackles enjoyed taking his leisure because of all the tall grass, pretty green waters, and all the bugs his belly could hold. I was trimming next to some cattails over by the water's edge when suddenly I became distracted. I don't remember what it was that diverted my attention, but before I realized it, I had Mr. Quackles under the mercy of a 20-inch cut. After the unfortunate accident, it just seemed a shame to let all that meat go to waste. So I had a buddy of mine ground him into quackle patties.
Here's your breakfast, honey. Oh, honey, be careful. You've got some flapper hanging out. Don't waste him. It's been really sad losing Mr. Quackles like that, but I feel like he would have wanted it this way.
This time after talking to Tony and Kathy and getting the whole story and stuff, and putting everything together, I got a good idea what we're dealing with. And I mean, it's really serious.
I finally found out what we were dealing with. It was serious. It was a hybrid beast.
All right, guys. After talking to Tony and Kathy and you guys, I got a good idea what we're dealing with. And it's serious.
Oh, Tony.
It was part platypus, part poltergeist. It was a duck-billed polterpus. Now there's three things you need to know about duck-billed polterpus. They're invisible to the naked eye. They have a fetish for leather slip-ons, and they absolutely despise gasoline-powered lawn equipment.
After Russell took all his notes down and discovered that this was a polterpus, why, we knew what had happened. He was back, and he was mad.
Well, it's one thing to put your pet outside, and it's another to run over him with a push mower. But when you take its hind end and spread it across a biscuit and eat it, well, you've took away its pride, and you've took away its dignity.
Come on in, guys. Now that we know what we're dealing with, you just need to point us to the infected area. We've got the tools and the manpower to take care of this problem for you.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right, guys. Well, you just need to back out of here and go down the road about a half a mile, and there's a pond there on the right, just past the cat kennels.
Okay. And you think that's where it's at?
That's where it happened.
That's where it happened.
We on this.
We'll take care of it.
And won't be no
Thanks,
problem.
fellas.
Hey, we'll,
Thank you, guys.
we'll do everything we
Thank you,
can, man.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
you.
much.
See y'all.
Thank
We
you.
on this.
I think we've done a good job getting those guys on.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute, Tony and Kathy. Wait a minute. Here. I've got something for you. I think it'll help you. This right here will really help if you'll study
What do
this.
you got here?
How to not mow over family pets for dummies.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a
Believe it'd
must
be a big
read.
help.
That's a
Yeah.
must read, yeah. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Read that.
Now this little pressurized canister here is full of what I like to call foamy juice. Now foamy juice is combined of dishwashing liquid, ether, which is commonly known as starting fluid, and a high elevated concentrate of faint goat urine. Now this will knock anything off its feet and keep it down for a long period of time.
I'm starting to work on them with my mind. I believe this is something we need to go at psychologically.
This is my weapon of choice. It's a sticky stick. And I baited this thing with molasses, and what I do, I put it out there for bait. And what he does, he runs up there and pulls these ribbons out, and them ribbons is real sticky. Then I drag him in, and I get him to hold him down real good and take this little snooter right here, and I get away with them molecules and those seismoplasmas. That's what I do, and that's my weapon of choice.
This is my weapon of choice. This is an R-48, fully automatic, air-cooled, belt-fed tranquilizer rifle, able to put all kind of rounds down range. I got to modify this sweet puppy with this Ghoul Getter specter scope here on the side and a hair trigger that I can swing this round and shoot some rounds way down range. West!
Are y'all ready for this?
Yeah! I'm ready.
I'm ready for it right now, too.
Go.
What are we gonna do, West?
I don't know what in the world we're gonna do.
I just had an emotional meltdown. I mean, when you deal with problems like this, it's hard on the brain.
I can see the boys just lost all hope.
Well, what we got to do is we're going to have to build a good, strong team. We need to get it together here. I mean, we know what everybody's good at. I mean, this book here says we need to put people in the places they need to be. I mean, that's how you build a strong team.
That's right. Well, that's right. Yeah, you got a point.
Where am I supposed to be?
Well, I haven't
I'm a
got that
leader.
far in this book yet.
First thing we had to do was build a good, strong team. I had it in my mind. I said, that's what we got to do. Now, Daddy, you take Jonesy, and y'all head up this way towards the southern end of the pond. Me and Russ has got the high-powered artillery, and we're going to swing around the other side of the pond. Now, you watch his back.
I will.
Hey,
Yeah,
you watch his back.
I will, because I'm gonna let him lead.
You got the sticky stick.
I got my sticky stick.
All right, now look here about this book.
We decided we'd split up in teams of 2, like we always do.
The original plan was for me and Wes to go the opposite side of the pond so we could flush the ghost of Mr. Quackles towards Jackie and Jonesy.
I know we told them we'd go around this other side, but I think it's pretty scary that way.
I agree with you 100%.
But after thinking it over, I decided it was best if we just backed up Daddy and Jonesy. I say we just follow in behind them. Daddy's got that sticky stick,
Exactly.
and we'll clean up what they can't get.
Exactly. We'll just lay down some cover and fire. You go in front of me and I get whatever comes past you.
So we split up, and of course we got up through there a little bit, and I asked Jackie, are you scared? No. He asked me, you scared? No. Well, we're good if we split up again. We'll cover more territory.
And we're gonna circle that pond and corner that thing. Like you say, you go up that way, and we'll surround this thing, and we'll head back.
Okay.
You ready?
All right.
And listen, be sure to holler if you see anything.
I will.
All right?
So that's what I done. We went up through there, and I found me a little bush. Of course, I found me a pretty good sized little thicket there, and I hunkered down in it.
We come up through here almost 150 feet, and we ain't seen hide nor hair of Daddy or Jonesy. I don't know what's going on.
Well, they know to stay together and spread out, don't they?
That's what I've always told them. But listen, the first thing you hear or see, you let that do the talking.
You got that straight.
Still feel like I hear something coming up here behind me. I don't know if I've been out here an hour or 2 hours. I can't tell. I forgot. You hear something coming up behind us? Well, I do. Man, I'm out here with a book.
We were walking down the trail and we heard some noise from what appeared to be a big old bush of poison ivy. We knew it wasn't anybody on our team because they had enough sense to stay out of that.
Wait, that polar puss is in that bush.
Well, I was sitting there in that blackberry bush or thicket, whatever it was, and, panicking about that book, and it's like something just bit me. Fire!
What have you done?
What do you mean you told me to shoot?
Wes yelled fire, so I unloaded.
Now, I knew we should have made sure what was up in that bush, but Russell, he just had to take it upon himself to fire a couple rounds up in there, and lo and behold, if he didn't hit Jonesy, right in the hind flanks.
I didn't know what was going on, and then all of a sudden, I felt something was kind of warm. When I woke up, it was Tuesday, and I'd done missed Meatloaf Monday down at the men's group.
So we headed back out there. Daddy been out there way too long by himself, and I was afraid Mr. Quackles done had him at his mercy. Wait a minute, Russ. That Jones about wore me out.
I'm dead. If we don't get over this soon, I ain't gonna make it either.
We gotta keep going. Daddy's up there by himself.
I'm kind of getting a little bit worried. I've been here for quite some time, and I ain't seen nobody or heard anything, and them boys has had plenty of time to walk around that pond 2 or 3 times. And Jonesy, he just up there about 50 foot from me.
Now, as we rounded up around the bend, I knew anything that moved was gonna be that polterpuss. Daddy, he's way too smart just to jump out in front of something.
I bet you that polterpuss has got him. Well, I'll just tell you something. I'll be ready when he gets here. Then I begin to hear something. And I know it wasn't Russell and my boy, they went in the other direction. So I thought, that's that polterpuss. And I was ready for it. I mean, I was ready.
Now, before I could let off that hair trigger, Daddy done got him 33 cc's of that highly concentrated goat urine right to the nostrils.
Well, the next thing I remember, it was Tuesday, and I missed Meatloaf Monday down at the men's club.
He's out. What'd you do?
I didn't know it was him.
What are we gonna do now?
With this amount of fumi juice, he's gonna be inoculated for at least 8 hours. We've got to get him out of this infected area.
Then what are we gonna do after that?
Now, come to find out, we was approaching this situation totally wrong. We just thought we could go out and kill it. Problem is, it was already dead. Give me that cellular phone.
Got it.
Now, I always keep a plan B ready, and I knew exactly who to call. So I called in Jim Tolliver. When he pulled up in that little red sports car and hopped out smelling like James Bond, I knew we'd called the right person. Now, his highly acclaimed techniques of exorcism and priesthood gives him the credentials to help us finish this job. Now, real estate, that's his business. That's how he makes his living. But exorcism, that's his passion. He used techniques that date back centuries. He attacked that polterpuss entity out there like nothing I'd ever seen before. He come at it with a confidence level matched by no other. I sure was glad he could help us out today, because there's no way we could finish this job being 2 men down.
With Jay Tolliver's techniques and everything, it was over. That duck-billed polterpuss didn't have a chance. The Ghoul Getters team once triumphed again.
The Ghoul Getters have done it again. We've surveyed the perimeter around here. We've took care of the problem. That polterpuss, he won't ever be back. We've kept the baby cats safe. We've helped Tony and Kathy's problem with their lawnmowers. You know, everything's good. Of course, we had some few problems, you know. We lost a couple teammates today, but when the going got tough, hey, I took one for the team because I'm a team leader.
Oh, it won't be back. I mean, it's gone.
Our team can't be beat.
And thanks to us, the county once again is safe. That thing is gone.
We got a great team, Ghoul Getters, and like Vanilla Ice says, if you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it.